I'm Adriane Pope, and I am getting ready to dye the logo PetQuest on the side of Jay. He's going to have a mohawk when this is all over and done. I'm just going to show you the proper way to apply the dye. I've already cut in the letters semi just to get, to be able to get my shape and everything. And after the dog is dyed, I will rinse it, and then I'm going to go over it with the airbrush and kind of make it pop with some black. And then on the other side, give you a little sneak peek. Let me move this arm here, buddy. On the other side, I'm going to finish out the PetQuest dog. And, of course, this is the other PetQuest with the scissors. And we're going to get ready to get this party started. Let's see here. And when I'm dyeing a dog, even though his name is Jay, and he's 10 years old, and his coat is very thin, but he is a good dog. So if I'd have had done it on one of my younger dogs, which everybody kind of got shaved down, except one dog, the coat would look better. So it's really hard to make a design look good on a thin-coated dog. But we're going to make it work. I'm going to start here. And the big thing is going through the center, starting into the center of your design. And like I say, his hair's thin, so it's not going to take a lot. And just mainly try and get your lines real nice and sharp. Another thing is also having good brushes to do this with. I mean, having a regular dye brush is good for big parts, but when you're doing detailed, you want to make sure you have a good paintbrush to paint on your design. But like I say, this is for bigger areas. I'm going to try to get this paint on here. But the big thing too is I'm going to probably have to let it set a little while once it's on there. I'm getting ready to do some finishing touches. I use a little bit of Bombay Indian ink. The only thing when I'm airbrushing, you got to make sure when you're airbrushing is you clean it very good afterwards, because otherwise it is so sensitive with a needle and it'll clog it up real fast. And never, when you're airbrushing, never do it on the dog first, because you'll mess up. Because you don't know how fast it's going to come out, so I'm just doing a little bit. And I'm just going to give my dog here some front legs. On my little PetQuest dog. And when you're doing a creative design, the airbrush just does finishing touches. Just like I'm gonna go in these ears. And kind of detail these ears out just because they'll stand out. And I'm actually gonna outline this dog. Jay, it's okay. If I can do it without getting airbrush on my earrings. And airbrush, I'm gonna be honest, takes some definitely time to learn. When I first started airbrushing, and you gotta have a steady hand and a steady dog, but right now he's panting, but I sat there and airbrushed felt paper for hours and hours and hours, just learning how it felt, because the further away you are, like if I'm airbrushing, the further away it'll cover, but the closer you get when you do airbrush, you do fine lines, the closer you are to what you're working on. It's like I can draw my name. And I'm going to come back in a minute and I'm going to give him a real dark brown nose. Shaky some. Alright, buddy. Can you turn around for me? And this, I'm just going to go in here, if he'll let me do this. And going around the PetQuest, this is just going to make it pop. Because otherwise, it would just be a green. And anytime you do a design, if you outline it in black, it will pop. When I airbrushed my Mad Hatter that I did on my dog that I won in 2017, I probably done the Mad Hatter on felt paper. I probably airbrushed the Mad Hatter. I'm not exaggerating. I probably airbrushed him 60 times on paper before I ever done it. Before I ever put it on the dog. So airbrushing is definitely a technique, and like he's got to be really, really, really still. And panting is not a friend with an airbrush, but we're gonna go for it. Good boy, Jay. And everybody uses different these right here I replace all the time. I try to clean them right after I finish using them, but if I don't clean them, they'll get stopped up and I can't get them unstopped. But there's so many different pumps you can use, like airbrush pumps. You know what my favorite one is? It's crazy. It's a cake decorator. I love the cake ones. I don't know because they have, this is for cakes, but I love it because it just, I don't know, it's got high, medium, and low, and it seems like the low is really good for this. And then the only thing I would do now is I would just take my scissors and just kind of go over any hair that needs to come off. And I'm really just going in here and defining everything. Alright, that looks good. Turn around, buddy. Let me make sure everything, and I'm going to do a brown nose. What I'm going to do first is put Windex in it. Windex is the only thing that will keep your needles from not stopping up. When you're doing airbrush. This is just for finishing touches. This, if it rains outside, it's going to come off. You get a dog wet, bathe it. As soon as you bathe the dog, it's over with. And like I say, the closer I am to this hair, my lines can be strong. I'm trying to get a triangle nose going in here with that brown. And the closer I am, the more detailed I can get, because I just want to make sure I'm real good with that triangle. There, perfect little triangle nose. And there's our little PetQuest dog. And we're bringing them back, that's for sure. Ready to get these shows started back. And last but not least, we're going to put your spike collar on. Stay. And he is ready.